Hey, you ready?
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Today, are you going to take the lead or did you want me?
You can.
Okay.
It's fine.
Hi, I'm Veronica White. I have a non for profit. It's called Help from a Sister, where we cater to single parents. Any and all aspects of it. We help provide tools, techniques, and resources to help them transition from where they are to where they want to be. So I'm going to give Frances a chance to introduce herself, and then I will introduce the topic that we're going to discuss today.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Frances Hawkins. I am affiliated with Life Insurance and Investments. I also will be opening my very own home care agency soon. Thank you.
Yay. Okay. Home care agency. Okay. I need a little more information. So, are you going to be inviting people into your home and do the home care there, or are
No,
you going to their homes?
I will be fine. I will be providing services to the seniors. So that means if they need like to go to the grocery stores and things of that nature, whatever they need to do to make their life a little bit more easily to stay at home. So
I,
I will be hiring, in the future within another 7 to 8 months.
okay.
Looking forward to it. Yeah.
Sounds great. Okay. Good luck with that. Well,
Thank you.
the topic we're going to discuss today, the abbreviation is SAD, SAD. It's seasonal affective disorder. And it affects it affects people in different ways. The majority of the time, it hits the hardest in the fall and the winter. But there are also some signs or some times when it'll hit you in the summer, in the spring.
It has.
So Francis is going to tell you about the different symptoms. How can you know if you're having an SAD moment?
Well, Veronica, I'm gonna first piggyback off of what you were just talking about. Um, Typically, SAD occurs during the late fall and winter months when there is less sunlight. See, that's what it is. You know how you feed off the energy from the sun? So
Mhm.
when the sun is out, it's vibrant. We in the summertime, we out, we going, we have energy. We don't want to stay in the house because we're feeding off the energy of the sun. It makes us want to be more energetic, do more things. So therefore, in the fall, we have less sun. And in the winter, we have, because you know how the time changes, fall
Yes.
back and
Okay.
it get dark
Mhm.
early and we all discombobulated trying to get with the time that the and we can be all over the place. I want to tell this story and I hope my son don't kill me. For example, my son called me the other morning at about 6 something in the morning. No, he texted me. And when I looked at the text message, I said, oh, he must have changed his shift. Because he worked at 6:30 p.m. He do a 12-hour shift. So he
Mm.
had taken a nap and by the changing. And when he got up and went to work, it was actually, he thought it was 6:30 p.m. because of, the change, but it was actually 6:30 a.m. And he couldn't do nothing but call me and laugh because he like, my mama, I done this, I hope you don't kill me. But it was very funny to us because, and then also working different shifts that would do it as well.
Okay.
So yeah, it can become confusing. It says less sunlight in the winter months. Now we're about to get into the symptoms usually left during the spring. So there is a time where your mood would change when the spring start occurring, because you know what else occurring? The time is changing. The
Fast
sun
forward.
is coming. The sun is coming up much earlier, and things to that nature. So let me see something here real quick. Um, I'm trying to get to the symptoms.
Okay. Well, while you're getting to the symptoms, I'm going to talk about when to see a doctor. They say it's normal to have some days where you're feeling down. But if you're feeling down more days and times and you can't seem to really motivate yourself or pull yourself up to get something done, that's the time you should go and see a doctor about it.
And if you don't mind, on piggyback, because
Yes.
what
Yes.
people don't know, it is a type of depression.
Mm.
It's a type of depression, and I actually experienced it with someone, and I didn't understand what he was going through because I never paid it any attention. For me, I just went with the flow. But it's some people that does have it, and he would say like, I was kind of down today because of the weather. And I'm like, huh? I can know if I want to stay in the bed if it rain a little bit, things. But he actually, his mood has changed, not knowing it was a disorder, not knowing that all he knows that his mood has swing, had changed and things to that nature. But now it was a depression that we go through because
Mm.
of the affecting of the weather changing and things to that nature, and not even knowing it. And sometimes we'll say, well, I'm in a funk, but I don't know why I'm in a funk, or I don't know why I can't shake it. For me, example, when the time changes, I'm like, okay, I got to get back, I got to get my body used to the time change, and things like this. So we're not knowing that all of this plays an effect on us. So the symptoms are, you sad, you're anxious, or you have empty feelings. I had a conversation with someone last night, was just telling me how they feel, and it wasn't a time and a place to try to go into and explain it. But now that I know the feelings and listened to what they were saying, I understand what was going on with her. Um, Feeling of hopelessness, um, guilt, worthiness, or helplessness. Isn't that
Mm.
something?
Yes.
Loss of interest or pleasure in formerly enjoyable activities. You don't want to do nothing because it's gloomy outside. Take today, for example. It was foggy all day today.
Yes.
So most people probably stayed in the house. Didn't really go, well, it's Christmas season. So people probably got up and went out and went shopping. Um, Here we go. Fatigue. You want to lay in the bed more. You don't really want to get up. And lack of energy. Overeating. How about that?
Wow. Okay.
Overeating. Because guess what? You're overeating because you're not going out, you're not doing anything, you know, because of the weather, however you might be feeling. And so you're going to go eat.
Mm.
Um, Difficult concentrating. You have a
Mm.
problem with concentrating. We don't know this is something that we're going through, but there's a reason why we're going through it.
Yeah.
Remembering details or making decisions. Isn't it something?
When you're
Now,
having trouble making decisions.
having trouble making decisions.
Mhm.
Social withdrawal. Some people don't want to go outside because the sun is not out, it's not bright. They just, okay, I'll just stay in the house, watch a movie, you know, watch some Netflix and things of that nature. And listen to this one. We just spoke about this over a week ago. Thoughts of death and suicide.
Wow. Those
So
are
I am so happy that we could take out our time and make certain things aware, because it's going to help us to identify things that's going on with us, and knowing why. In a million years, I would have never thought that December was called sad. It was awareness.
the awareness month.
It was it was awareness for it because a lot of people are going through it. Anything that maybe take life or change a person, emotions and things of that nature, it's a problem because it is part of depression. So therefore, my thought is, if we be aware about it more, we'll learn how to deal with it more and know,
Yeah,
oh, okay, so I know what's going on. The weather didn't change. I'm still going to get out and go out, or I'm still going to go for this walk, or I'm still going to, go by a friend's house and sit up there, even though the weather is. So a lot of time when I'm on my, I go live and I said, it's a beautiful day in spite of, or in the midst of, that's what I was saying, because it still got to be a beautiful day because you got to suppress through it.
correct.
Um,
And you know what I like to share? Something that helps me, and hopefully, if someone else can use it, the serenity prayer. That's my go to prayer for
oh, yes,
everything.
yes.
God, grant me the strength to change the things that I can change, accept the things that I can't change, and the wisdom to know
Wisdom
the
to know
difference
the
between
difference
the two.
between the two. That
Yeah,
is so powerful. If we would learn that, honestly, meditate on it. When things started going wrong, or this relationship didn't go this way, or the job didn't, if we can remember that, it would be so much easier on us because we
mhm,
have no control. We can't
correct.
control certain things. A lot of things we can't control. And we have to know the difference because it will leave us less stressed, less depressed. As you
Mhm,
just said, it is very powerful. Yes.
correct. And then another thing is we have control over our thoughts. If we don't like what we consistently think about and we meditate about, we get to change them.
That part, yes.
Change those thoughts because sometimes your thoughts can trigger. I know sometimes I have moments where I'm feeling sad or I'm
Yes.
thinking about something that I used to have that I currently don't, right? And it makes
Yes.
me feel a certain way. But then I go to my gratitude list and say, at least I'm still here. At least I'm doing this. Like, I'm not, let me see, I'm not where I was yesterday, and tomorrow is undetermined. But today in the present, I get to be who I choose to be. And with that being the case, I'm only going to focus on things that inspire, uplift, and encourage me.
Yes.
And if you
Definitely.
kind of filter your thoughts on that, I'm not saying it's easy. It takes work and it takes practice.
And it takes time.
It does. But if you start doing it and you're aware of, hey, these moments happen in the fall and the winter, now you get to say, okay, let me prepare some things. So when I do start not feeling my best, what can I do to help my internal? So therefore, I can be still happy, even though I ain't going outside because the weather changes. We in Chicago, we get all seasons, sometimes in one day.
Yes.
So that's my share. But then I also wanted to talk about some of the different treatments.
Yes.
Besides that serenity prayer is a treatment. There's a couple of other treatments. Light therapy. It mentions here about antidepressant medication. Again, I'm not the person that push medication. I would say go find a herb. Or what I heard one time was if you make another person smile or you see a person smile, sometimes that makes you smile.
Mm-hmm.
So that can raise the endorphins in you. So therefore, you'll feel happy. You hear about some things, don't watch the news that often. Hear about somebody that's doing something nice for someone else just because it's gonna make you feel a certain way inside.
Yes.
So that talk therapy, and then self-help measures. So I guess I've already given you some self-help measures, but talk therapy is another seek professional help. Now, let me share this with you all. Governor State, I know for a fact, has offered counseling because the students they have to have so many hours of counseling before they can get their license. So Governor State accept people. You can go up there, fill out an application, and see a counselor. Maybe 5, 6 sessions, and it's for free. And
Mm.
there's also different other programs that offer counseling services that if you need to someone to talk to, reach out to Governor State and ask about their program for counseling.
Mm.
So those are treatments and some of my personal recommendations to help with the sad.
The because realistically, we're dealing with a lot of other things in life, and to know or to learn about other conditions that's out here that we might experience and we don't know, that would be an even better thing, reason to go get some help. Because if you're dealing with one situation over here, then there's something else going on, and you're not no understanding that that your mood swing or changes have things to do with the weather.
Right.
That's really important, because all these years people are walking around feeling different type of ways, not knowing, oh my God, it's because of the weather, it's because the sun is not shining. Everybody handle things differently. Some might not go through it, some do. But for the ones that do go through it, or could sit back later and listen to this and say, wow, that was me. I was going through some things, not understanding it was because of the weather. It's simple as that. And
Correct.
it's good that we can sit up and share and talk about it and help, because don't nobody want to be depressed. Don't nobody want to have suicidal thoughts. And don't
Yes.
nobody want to commit suicide.
Right.
So just to give for us to help individuals get as much information as possible to sustain while they're here.
No, I definitely agree. That is true. So let me tell you some of the risk factors that's associated with SAD. Your family history. Sometimes it can be a blood relative and it's passed down through the bloodline. Having major depression or bipolar disorder. Living far from the equator, and then low levels of vitamin D. Because the sun is not out as much, we're not getting the vitamin D. They are vitamin D supplements that you can take, a natural herb, that a vitamin that will help you with your vitamin D. So those are some of the risk factors. So let me just share with you a tip on prevention for it. I would say, like I was also sharing with you, we have control over our thoughts, and we get to change our thoughts. When it's like, for me, it's like watching a TV show that you don't like, and you're
Mm.
like, yeah, I don't like this TV show, but it come on every week, and then I'm watching it. Well, if I don't like it, how can I change it? Well, you have to replace that time with something else. What can I do to refocus my thoughts and my attention? For everyone is different. I'm gonna say for me, it will be going to mess with my grandson or having a conversation with a friend I haven't talked to in a while. Laughing, just laugh out loud for no reason. It's gonna make you feel better because it raises the endorphins in your system. That I would also say, go if you need to talk to someone. A counselor is available to have that conversation with you. That's what I would like to share in reference to the prevention of it. Because they saying there's no actual remedy that can get rid of it. I mean, it's something we all experience from time to time. But I want to say majority of it can come from because there's no sun outside and what we're thinking about, how we're feeling. We have to become our own best friend and encourage us just like we encourage our best friend or our sister. We have to turn that internal and start doing words of affirming action for us.
Oh, excuse me, Veronica.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, that was really great. That was some great information right there. And I think just like breast cancer awareness,
Mhm.
we just have to start making people more aware of all the things that's going on to the best of our ability. Because sometimes we don't take out the time to find out or to ask questions and things of that nature. But if we have somebody else that's doing, they can, ring a bell and be like, oh, okay. So yeah.
Oh, that's true. And I like what you said too. And I'm going to bring this back to the doctors where they were saying, hey, go see your doctor and take some antidepressant medication, right? We are in partnership with our doctors. They're from the outside telling us what's going on with our bodies. Whatever's going on, we're feeling it, we experience it. We can't identify it, we don't know what it is, but we're sharing that information with the doctors, right? And then they come up with some suggestions. Meditate on it. Again, like we had said in a previous live, go to the pharmacy counter and have them break that prescription down. Tell me, what are the side effects? What don't I know about this medicine? Will it interfere with this other medication that I'm taking? And if it does, you have the right to go back to your doctor and say, hey, based on my research, this has side effects that will give me depression or wrongful thinking thoughts that are harming and not well. So can you go back and find me another medication that I can take that's going to help me and not hurt me?
Yes.
And if that doctor is not willing to, I don't know how HMOs work, go find another doctor. Yeah, find another doctor because you're in partnership. You got to take what they're saying. And I'm not telling you don't, go with what your doctor is saying. Go with what your doctor's saying. Do your own research because you know how this medicine is making you feel. He doesn't. You have to go back to let him know, like, hey, this medicine makes me do this, this, and this. Is that what it's supposed to do? Because that's not what the pharmacist shared with me. So I want to be okay with what you're giving me for my body. It's not taking it. And the doctor has to go back and do their job as well. So know that. And if you're not sure and you know somebody, around, talk to them about it and let them help you if you can't speak up to your doctor. Because some people feel like, hey, the doctor is here and I'm here. So why should I tell them, they went to school for this? Yeah, but it's your body and how your body is receiving that medicine. So, yes, please know you're in partnership with your doctor and make it a partnership. Ask them questions. And if they push back or feel some type of way, that might not be the doctor for you because how are they getting their research in? If they can't help you find an alternate medication to take or something that's going to work with your body, you're paying them for that service and they're not giving it to you.
You know what came to me when you were speaking? We as a culture, I've heard that instead of going and seek someone to talk with, I call it go get some couch time. That's go get some couch time. It's okay. Everybody need a little bit. We tend to. There's nothing wrong, but I want to really say this and stress this. There's nothing wrong. We do go to God. We go to God for a lot of things.
Yes.
But God also made doctors.
He did.
He made doctors to be able to help us navigate through what we need or how we're feeling and things to that nature, because we don't want to go and get no couch time because some be embarrassed. But there's nothing to be embarrassed about if God created them or put in their spirit to go and become this to help people sustain. So I don't know who that was for, FYI.
All right, sounds good. And last week, I spoke on autism. And we're going to bring that topic back up because there's more or different levels of autism and more people want to come in and share some information. So we'll be having another topic on autism. And if you want to join in, you can send us a message, um, or contact us and let us know. So therefore you can share whatever information you all have on autism. Or if you have a topic and you like, hey, I just want to learn more about this, then share that information and we'll research it and share our opinions on it and go from there.
Totally. I agree. I do agree.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is for whomsoever will, as the word would say, whoever, if they have ears, let them listen,
That's right.
because we don't know everything. We're still learning as we get older. Times are changing. The system is changing. Not Instagram, AI. And we have so much going on that we might not take our time to learn about this over here when it's someone is telling us to pull a light bulb and say, oh, let me go find out. Let me go take a look at my medicine. Let me go read. Oh, this is why I was feeling this way. You never know what message is for you. So there's no
Right.
problem with wanting to bring up a topic because you might just not have time to pull it up yourself. So yeah, we'll be more than happy to.
Correct. And that's our goal, is to share information and to seek information as well, because we understand that life is not a straight road. Life is pulling you in different ways at all times. And at some point you need some help and you just need to share information and receive some information. So that's what we want to do. We want to get on here and talk about some topics that are not talked about that often, and share whatever we're going through in reference to it. And hopefully it'll help someone else.
That part. Okay, I think anything else
No, I think we've pretty much covered that topic.
for today?
Yes. And we will see you all next Sunday. Francis, do you have any closing words?
Be true to yourself.
Okay. And then I'll
Be
end with, we have control over our thoughts. If we focus on positive, inspiring, and uplifting thoughts, that'll help our attitude.
Yes, it would.
That will be our last topic or closing remarks. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you so much for giving us the time to share our thoughts and opinions on, as well, the this is December, is the month for SAD. So thank you for allowing us to share some information with you about it. Until next week.
One more thing. So therefore, when your mood swing changes and you're looking at the weather, just think about it, shake it off, and keep it going. That's all I can.
Enjoy.
Bye.